Because I'm pregnant and this girl's about to beat my Hello?
2 women, 45 seconds, 0 footage. One claims she was assaulted, the other says it never happened. And somehow this became a multi-million-dollar trial that broke the internet.
Because I'm pregnant and this girl's about to beat my Hello?
The internet dubbed it a meme fest. TikTok and YouTube exploded with her animated testimony. Her expressions, her retorts, her whole demeanor went viral. But here's what the internet missed while laughing at the clips. Underneath this viral moment lies a complex legal battle that reveals everything broken about celebrity culture, privacy rights, and how truth works when cameras disappear. 2 women walked into a Beverly Hills medical office in February 2018. Only one walked out claiming she'd been assaulted, spat on, and scratched by long fingernails. The other claims it was just a heated conversation. No video exists of what happened. The case is now seeking unspecified damages, with Cardi B testifying that Ellis is asking for $24 million in what has become a credibility trial where the jury has to decide who's telling the truth. If this breakdown helps you see past the headlines to understand how these celebrity legal battles actually work, hit subscribe. The money trail mystery. So why $24 million for an alleged facial scratch? Imani Ellis, the security guard suing Cardi B, isn't just asking for Band-Aid money. She's seeking compensation for medical expenses, including plastic surgery costs, lost wages, and future earnings because she claims she was fired after the incident, emotional distress and physical suffering, and punitive damages to punish Cardi B. Here's where civil law gets interesting. In a civil case like this, the goal is to make the victim whole by providing financial recovery for all injuries. This isn't a criminal case where Cardi could face jail time. It's a private lawsuit where Ellis can seek money for every type of damage she claims she suffered. Ellis claims the scratch was so traumatizing, it required plastic surgery and left her feeling humiliated. But the defense challenges even basic facts about the alleged injury. They've questioned whether the scratch was on her nose or cheek, pointing to inconsistencies in her story. Then it gets stranger when you see what Ellis is actually claiming happened. She alleges Cardi B violently, unlawfully, intentionally, suddenly, and maliciously hit her head, face, and body, spat on her, used racial slurs, and body shamed her. The lawsuit also accuses Cardi B of conspiring with unnamed people to have all recorded footage of the incident erased. The defense had a completely different theory about the money. They've questioned Ellis about a better paying job she received after leaving the security position. This raises questions about whether she was actually damaged financially. Social media users have expressed belief that Ellis is simply after money and that the lawsuit is frivolous.
She's trying to get some money.
Who's trying to get some money?
She is.
How do you know that?
Because she sued me for $24 million.
The disappearing evidence. In 2018, cameras were everywhere. Ring doorbells, security systems, phone cameras, surveillance networks. So where's the footage of this alleged assault in a Beverly Hills medical building? Both Ellis and Cardi B's teams claim they wanted the surveillance footage. Ellis alleges in her lawsuit that Cardi B worked with unnamed people to have all recorded footage erased. But Cardi B's defense says they repeatedly requested the footage themselves and none was available. Think about this. A Beverly Hills medical office building with celebrity clients wouldn't have security cameras. The doctor's office had been closed to other patients to ensure Cardi B's privacy during her appointment. This suggests they took privacy seriously. But then investigators discovered something about the building's camera system. No building surveillance footage has been produced, despite requests from both sides. And no video of the incident has surfaced publicly. This wasn't a back alley. This was a high-end medical facility in Beverly Hills. The absence of video evidence transforms this from a simple assault case into something much more complex. Without surveillance footage, the trial's outcome rests almost entirely on the credibility of the 2 opposing parties. The real shocker came when they examined the timeline. The 2-year gap. The incident happened in February 2018, but Ellis didn't file her lawsuit until 2020. That's a 2-year gap that raises serious legal questions. Why wait so long to file? In civil litigation, timing matters enormously. Fresh evidence, immediate medical documentation, witness memories. All of this deteriorates over time. The trial didn't officially begin until August 2025, creating a 7-year gap between the alleged incident and trial. This delay allowed for extensive pre-trial maneuvering by both legal teams. The timing raises questions that go to the heart of the case. Did Ellis initially not think she had a strong case? Was she hoping Cardi B would settle quietly? Did something change in 2020 that made her decide to file? The defense used this delay to question Ellis's credibility, asking about her employment history and subsequent jobs. Then Judge Ian C. Fosselman made rulings that changed everything. He issued several pre-trial rulings that significantly benefited the defense. The most impactful was excluding any evidence related to Cardi B's prior bad acts, such as her 2018 New York strip club dispute or the 2023 Cherry incident where she threw a microphone at a fan. This is huge in a trial involving a public figure. Without this evidence, the jury can't be influenced by a pattern of behaviour or prejudiced by Cardi B's public reputation. The judge also ruled to split the trial into 2 phases: liability and damages. This means the jury first decides if Cardi B is liable for assault. Only if she's found liable will they hear evidence about her financial status and determine damages. This prevents the jury from being influenced by the $24 million figure when deciding if the assault actually happened, the pregnancy secret. Here's where the story gets personal and the stakes become clear. In February 2018, Cardi B was approximately 4 months pregnant with her first child and was keeping the news private. She was at the Beverly Hills OB-GYN office for a pregnancy checkup. This detail is central to understanding what happened next. According to Cardi B's testimony, Ellis began following her and appeared to be filming her with her phone. Imagine you're a celebrity trying to keep a pregnancy secret. You've gone to lengths to ensure privacy. The doctor's office was even closed to other patients. Then you spot someone with their phone out, potentially recording you at your most vulnerable moment. Cardi B testified that she confronted Ellis, asking, "Why are you recording me?" Ellis allegedly replied, "Oh, my bad," and practically apologized. But the situation escalated from there. The 2 women eventually came chest to chest. This reframes everything we thought we knew about that February morning. This wasn't a random celebrity meltdown. This was a pregnant woman protecting her medical privacy in an era where one leaked photo could derail carefully planned career and personal announcements. Cardi B's defense argues she was in a vulnerable state due to her pregnancy and would not have initiated physical confrontation with Ellis. The case was never about assault. It was about the collision between celebrity privacy and public access in our phone camera world. The credibility war. Without physical evidence, this trial became a direct conflict of narratives. The jury's verdict hinges entirely on who they believe. Ellis was the first witness to take the stand, recounting her version of the alleged assault. She testified that she was simply excited and said aloud, "Wow, it's Cardi B." Then, according to Ellis, Cardi B, unprovoked, turned on her and began a verbal and physical attack. But the defense had a different strategy. During cross-examination, they questioned Ellis about a detailed 2-page email incident report she wrote just 2 days after the confrontation. The defense attorney used the email to challenge Ellis on the sequence of events and the location of the alleged scratch. Here's the crucial inconsistency. Her 2018 report mentioned her nose, while her 2025 trial testimony focused on her cheek. The defense caught Ellis in a contradiction that could unravel her entire story. In a case where credibility is everything, consistency matters enormously. Legal analysts often note that inconsistencies can hurt a witness's credibility, especially when juries must choose between competing narratives. The defense methodically exposed these discrepancies to plant seeds of doubt about Ellis's reliability. Ellis also alleges in her lawsuit that Cardi B conspired with others to delete footage of the incident. However, the case lacks substantial evidence to support this additional conspiracy claim. Then came the corroborating witness who changed everything. Tiara Malcolm, a receptionist at the OB-GYN office, testified that she came into the hallway after hearing a commotion but saw no physical fighting. According to the Los Angeles Times, Malcolm testified that she saw Ellis corner Cardi and reach toward her. This testimony directly supports Cardi B's version that Ellis was the aggressor, but the jury still had to decide who seemed more believable when the testimonies directly contradicted each other. The viral verdict. Then something unprecedented happened in the court of public opinion. While the legal proceedings unfolded in the courtroom, a parallel trial took place on social media. Clips of Cardi B's animated and candid testimony went viral on TikTok and YouTube. Her expressions, witty retorts, and overall demeanor became entertainment for millions. These viral moments turned a serious legal matter into a form of entertainment, drawing millions of views. Online commentary revealed strong, sympathetic sentiment toward Cardi B. Social media users expressed belief that Ellis was simply after money. The public defended Cardi B's right to privacy, especially in a medical setting, and criticized Ellis for allegedly violating that boundary. But here's the fascinating disconnect. The legal system operates on evidence and procedure, while public opinion operates on emotion and relatability. Cardi B successfully framed her actions not as a celebrity lashing out, but as a protective mother-to-be defending her most intimate information. This narrative resonated deeply with millions of people. The public's focus on the financial aspect overshadowed the actual legal claims of emotional distress, lost wages, and physical harm. While juries are instructed to ignore external media, the pervasive and overwhelmingly positive public opinion surrounding Cardi B's testimony undeniably shaped the broader cultural understanding of the case. The internet had already decided who won this case, but legal reality doesn't always match social media sentiment. The physical evidence that wasn't. Cardi B's testimony was the most anticipated moment of the trial. She unequivocally denied all claims of physical contact with Ellis. maintaining that the incident was a verbal altercation. She admitted to being angry, but framed her emotion as natural. The defense presented a strategic argument based on physical circumstances. Cardi B testified that she would not have physically engaged with Ellis, but the most detailed part of her testimony focused on her nails. Ellis claimed she was scratched by Cardi B's long fingernails. Cardi B testified that her nails were coffin-shaped, with flat rhinestones and weren't sharp, arguing they could not have caused the alleged injury.
I think it has to be less than an inch. Way less than an inch.
This nail testimony became crucial physical evidence in a case with almost no physical evidence. Think about it. In a $24 million lawsuit, the shape and sharpness of fingernails became a central point of contention. She specifically denied spitting on Ellis, scratching her, or using racial slurs. The incident, as Cardi B described it, lasted approximately 45 to 50 seconds before a receptionist and doctor intervened. That's less time than this explanation you're hearing right now. Yet those 45 seconds spawned a 7-year legal battle that Cardi B claimed is worth $24 million in damages sought against her, resolution, and what this really reveals. So what does this case actually teach us about justice, celebrity culture, and truth in 2025? The burden of proof in civil cases is preponderance of the evidence, essentially more likely than not. This is much lower than the beyond a reasonable doubt standard in criminal cases. But even with this lower standard, Ellis faces enormous obstacles. The judge excluded evidence of Cardi B's other incidents, forcing the jury to judge this case in isolation. No surveillance footage exists to support either version of events. The defense presented a corroborating witness who supports Cardi B's story. Most importantly, they've highlighted inconsistencies in Ellis's testimony that attack her credibility. This case illustrates how a jury's subjective determination of character and reliability can decide a case when objective facts are scarce. The real revelation isn't about assault or scratches or even $24 million. It's about how we determine truth when technology fails us. In our hyper-connected, constantly recorded world, what happens when the cameras aren't rolling? Who do we believe when two people tell completely different stories about the same 45 seconds? This case shows the collision between celebrity privacy rights and public documentation culture. Ellis allegedly tried to film a celebrity at a private medical appointment. Cardi B allegedly reacted with violence to protect her pregnancy secret. Both women are now fighting over whose version of those 45 seconds becomes the official truth. The internet has already chosen sides based on personality, memes, and relatability, but the jury has to choose based on credibility, consistency, and corroborating evidence. The verdict will serve as a public judgment on the core issue, the boundary between a celebrity's right to privacy and a private citizen's right to document a public figure. Whatever the outcome, this case provides a fascinating glimpse into how justice works when evidence disappears and personality becomes the primary currency. The $24 million question was never really about money. It was about whose truth gets to be the truth. In a world where everyone has a camera, but no one caught the crucial moment, credibility becomes everything. And sometimes credibility is worth exactly $24 million. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video. Please do consider subscribing to the channel if you found value in this. Oh, and YouTube thinks you will like this video. Do watch it before you leave.